If someone asked you right now what you do for fun, genuinely, unproductively, purposelessly fun, how long would you pause before answering? And would the answer be something you actually do, or something you used to do, or something you keep meaning to get back to when things settle down? This video is about what happens to your brain in the meantime. You watch a child play with complete abandon. You feel something between recognition and grief for a version of yourself you cannot locate anymore. You carry a vague, persistent guilt during any moment you are not actively producing. Your life is efficiently managed, but it is not fully inhabited. You carry a deep tiredness that follows you into the weekend. A full night of sleep does not fix it. You rely on a false promise. You tell yourself you will finally relax when the current pressure lifts and things settle down. The things never settle down. You have mistaken a systematic narrowing of your emotional register for the natural process of maturing. Seriousness has become the only gear you have left. You have silenced a vital human frequency. Psychiatrist Stuart Brown has spent decades studying this exact frequency at the National Institute for Play. His research draws a strict boundary. Leisure is rest from work. Play is something entirely different. It is an engaged, intrinsically motivated state with no outcome to manage. The human brain requires this state long after childhood ends. It persists as a fundamental neurological need across the entire human lifespan. Play functions as a biological maintenance requirement. Your nervous system needs it to survive. It is as critical to your physical health as sleep and nutrition. Neuroscientist Marcus Reichel mapped a brain system called the default mode network. This is the neural architecture responsible for processing unstructured mental activity. Goal-directed serious work actively turns this network off. Purposeless play is the specific biological trigger that turns it back on. The DMN handles the heavy lifting of complex problem solving. It integrates information across disparate brain regions, allowing you to simulate future outcomes and find creative solutions that focus alone cannot reach. Play is the condition that produces that state. When you eliminate play to protect your productivity, you effectively starve the neural machinery that generates your most valuable insights. The system you are trying to optimize is breaking because you've switched off its creative engine. Psychologist Yak Pangsepp identified play as one of 7 primary emotional systems hardwired into the mammalian brain. This system serves a profound biological function. Genuine play is one of your nervous system's most effective mechanisms for downregulating cortisol. It forces a structural reset of your body's stress response. Remove play for years, and that reset mechanism vanishes. Your stress system runs hot. The baseline slowly climbs. It accumulates massive dysregulation over time. Think about the tension you carry in your shoulders right now, in your facial muscles, the tiredness that follows you into the weekend and does not leave by Monday morning. This chronic physical pain is the physiological warning siren of a stress system stripped of its primary off switch. It has nothing to do with the nobility of working hard. Researchers Wolfram Schultz and Barbara Fredrickson mapped how the brain processes reward and builds emotional resources. Their work shows that the adult dopamine system requires novel, unmanaged, positive emotional experiences to function properly. Your optimized adult life consists of the exact same obligations day after day. You apply the exact same routines to the exact same inefficiencies. This systematic repetition starves your reward system of novelty. Without the positive emotional triggers of genuine play, your brain stops building lasting psychological resilience. Your capacity to handle friction drops. Your world progressively and invisibly narrows. The cardiovascular risk, the hypertension, the immune system running below capacity. Research by Robert Elliott and Sheldon Cohen links these specific realities to chronic stress and the suppression of positive emotional experience. Psychologist John Gottman tracks a similar decay in human connection. His research identifies playfulness as a primary predictor of relationship longevity. A romantic partnership without play rarely ends in explosive conflict. It gradually flattens. It becomes a purely functional, cordial arrangement, organized entirely around shared logistics. These symptoms represent the measurable physical consequences of a nervous system starved of its biological requirements. They have been mislabeled as the inevitable costs of a serious life. They are the delayed bill arriving for a massive unpaid neurological debt. You did not become serious because you grew up. You became serious because adulthood presented you with enough real stakes that seriousness felt like the only appropriate response. That response made sense. It still does. But your work ethic views play as a reward for completed tasks, whereas the neuroscience views it as the very system that makes those tasks possible. By stripping out play to maximize output, you are actively dismantling the very biological engine that makes sustained output possible. The system running all of that seriousness needs something you stopped giving it a long time ago. Your mind and body are now openly rebelling against this serious-only operating system. They are presenting symptoms you have been wrongly blaming on the inevitable process of aging. What would it look like to take the biological need for purposeless joy as seriously as every other adult obligation? Leave a comment below. When was the last time you did something purely for the joy of it? Not exercise with a fitness goal, not a vacation with an itinerary, something genuinely purposeless and genuinely enjoyable. I want to know how long ago that actually was. And if Mind Decoded as the channel that gives you the science behind the things you have been feeling, but not examining, subscribe. Every single video goes exactly this deep.